Feed me. Feed me more. Feed me more.
Welcome to another Feed Me More Nutrition Wednesday live. Happy hump day, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually evening, the majority of places where we are now broadcasting. But welcome. Thank you for joining me. Everybody on Instagram, the big guy Ryback 22. We're not on TikTok today because I'm actually going to be testing out the Station Head app. We're waiting. Had to order a couple new pieces for iRig stream deal. Where it's going to link all the sound together and through the radio app as well. So when callers call in, everybody over on Twitch, YouTube, etc., not on Instagram for this, will be able to actually hear the callers and everything will be all the same sound. So we had to order a couple new pieces, and we got another walkthrough coming up in a few days with all of that for the Ryback show, which will be very much like this show. On a very health and fitness, we will have pro wrestling on there, answering your guys' questions, a much more fan-friendly, interactive experience, a more laid-back deal. I'll probably still have guests. I don't know about scheduling on the show as far as how often I will be recording. It will be minimum once a week. It most likely be like this. On the days that I could get it in, get an hour in, and come on here maybe a little more, and then we'll see how it goes. But it's going to be this, just under the Ryback show, presented by Feed Me More Nutrition, essentially. Let me go ahead and fire this app up real quick before we get going. I've been running all around today. Got the Challenger air conditioner fixed. So that's a blessing with the heat here in Vegas. All right. Go on air. Follow me if you guys, so to prepare for this, if you could go to the Station Head app, download the Station Head app, it's free, and you just type in @Ryback on there, and then you'll pull up my profile for the Ryback show, and I'll be sending out notifications on this. So unlike YouTube and some of these places that you don't get notified when I go on, you will get notified through Station Head, which is one of the reasons why I'm going to be doing this, because I think it's going to actually bring in a lot more listeners overall as well. And we will still be putting the show up on podcast platforms, and I'm going to be going everywhere. So it's going to be a really, really cool thing. But I have now, so for the people today, and for the people listening on Station Head, this is just kind of a little test run on the Feed Me More Nutrition lives. And the sound isn't all synced up. So if I bring on somebody today, it will be through the phone, which that will all be synced up here with all the StreamYard and everything when we officially begin this. But so thank you for joining me. We got people that are subscribing for free on the Station Head app, and it's a cool platform. And there's a lot of shows on there. I think you guys are really, really going to dig it, but will allow us for you guys to actually call it right through this app. And I can click on it right now, manage guest. And then when there's guests on here, I'll be able to invite a guest on, have a conversation, answer your questions, which everyone will be able to hear. Super chat starting early over here on YouTube. Thank you very much for the super chats, guys. Okay, this is Andronicus Azariel. Say that 5 times. Hey, Ryback. So if I want to shred down and burn excess fat, what products of yours do you recommend I take? Definitely the Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner. If you could do, depending on your age, I would say if you're over 18, in your 20s, I would say add the Big Guy Testosterone Booster, Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner. If not, I think the Wake Up Unlimited Energy and the Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner are a very, very powerful combination together, would be my answer on that. With a good diet, getting your diet in check too on that. Have I ever been to Phoenix? I have. What's going on, guys? Thank you guys all for joining me. Enjoyed a little coffee, had a nice little workout today. I got the Challenger AC fixed, went and swung by the Modern Vegan, got a cool buffalo chicken, macaroni, and cheese with coleslaw video done. It was absolutely amazing. So that will be coming out on Monday. I got another performance meal I did the other day coming out tomorrow morning on Ryback TV here as well. And so because if I'm doing the meals at home, I can actually, it allows me to record a little more. So as long as I can come up with different meals, so it's not the same damn thing, I'll try to get those recorded, which will force me to have to be creative on my meals, which I'm pretty boring. So we'll see how that goes. Everybody, appreciate you. We're having, today's been a humongous day for Feed Me More Nutrition. I'm canceling that out here. We, if you sign up, guys, go to feedmemore.com and sign up for my email and text message alerts. Today, if you signed up for the email, and then they'll be going out on the text message as well. We're doing a special today for the people that are on those lists, where it's a buy one 50% off. It's not a buy one get one free. It's just 50% off. No limit to how many ISO Hungry fruity cereal grass-fed proteins you can get. 50% off on those. So we have people. Somebody bought 20 of them on one order earlier. So it's like it's today's been a pretty big day on there. But sign up for those, please. You not only get 25% off your next 2 orders, you get huge discounts I don't give anywhere else as a thank you and a message of positivity. You can go Ryback. I don't give a shit about your message of positivity. I just want the discount. I'm going to tell you, just don't read the message of the positivity part. Just read the discount part. The image has the discount on it. You don't even have to read the text if you don't want to, dummy. Check it out, though, guys. I helped you lose 20 pounds. That man, see, I love hearing that. You lost 20 pounds, but I'm glad that whatever I said, something sparked that motivation in you. Man, you say you're still overweight, but on track to being healthy. My man, you're doing it. Enjoy the process and be happy and thankful and keep pushing, man. It's a lifelong process, and there's ups and downs along the way and setbacks, but it's you are doing it. Nicholas, I don't think, see, a lot of you guys don't understand. I was hurt the entire time I was wrestling already. I feel good now. I'm not worried. My injuries I've talked about this so much. They were a result, one, of my ankle injury and the nerve that runs into my back, the peroneal nerve, in which I was in pain pretty early on with that. And then it just got worse and worse and worse. And that schedule, no doubt, 100%. But and then the pain medicine, and then my shoulder was the cortisone that caused all my shoulder problems. The cortisone they were pumping full of me. So, and that's still, I get really mad, and I'm not even gonna, because it just never should have happened. And I'm mad at myself. I'm mad at them for lying to me. I'm mad at myself for trusting them. And I'm talking about the doctors there at WWE. Like, and it's at the end of the day, though, I let them do it, and it's just, but they lied, and it sucks, you know. And but it's over with. It's done. I've killed myself to get my health back, and we'll be fine. I know how to do things, and nothing. It was a result of the other things. And don't get me wrong, the wrestling and stuff played a big part, but I'm not too worried. Austin Scroggins, thanks for the super chat. Scroggins. Oh, man, that's a hell of a last name. I like that last name. Where the hell is Scroggins? That's a good wrestling name right there. Scotty Scroggins. Making his way down to the ring, weighing 232 pounds, Scotty Scroggins. The Scrogster. Hey, big guy. I just want to say we love you in Arkansas. Hey, I got ancestors in Arkansas, my man. I've got a little bit of Razorback in me. Yeah. No, seriously, I got some redneck family down there on my dad's side. Dumb as fuck, no doubt. No, man, I'm not. That's not saying you are though. But pretty sure my dad's side dumb as fuck. I'm joking, but thank you very much, buddy. And I did some media in Arkansas down there in 2006, 15 or 16. I can't remember exactly when, but I know it was one of those 2 years. Good to see all of you guys. The Scroggin Splash. The old. Now you can think of moves for Scroggins. Somebody needs to take the wrestling name Scroggins. That's what it would go. It would debut. He would come from NXT as Scotty Scroggins, and then Vince would be like, Scroggins. Ah, that's the Scotty. Ah, it's fucking Scotty. I hate Scotty. Scroggins. Ah, kiss my ass. I was going to say something else, and I changed it last second. The Scroggins, how big's your cock? Don't worry, I've never heard Vince ask that. I just imagine that stuff he says to people like Scroggins. What's going on? Good to see all of you guys. Raul, thank you guys. Appreciate it, all you guys. Everybody on Instagram, what's going on? What are my thoughts on Brock Lesnar? I think Brock Lesnar is fantastic. I think he's an incredibly smart businessman. I think he's probably the smartest wrestler on the planet on how he's worked out his contracts. And I'm in 100. I commend him and look up to him. And in any wrestler that I think oftentimes, and this is why I got out and created my own destiny with my business, my own way. This is me going out doing UFC without not being able to go out and do UFC with my injuries and building my brand and my power through my business, right? And this is just my way, and this is what my story with that. Brock went out and did that in tremendous fashion and was able to go back. And anybody I think that's jealous or insecure of that is just because they're there full time because they can't do anything else, or they're afraid to leave and go do anything else. And I've seen it. I've seen the hate, and I don't get it. And I'll never be part of that group that sits around and talks shit about the other guys. That's a very real thing, and it is what it is. Not my deal. I get motivation from them. Like, yeah, man, I need to go figure out a way to like do so. So like, yeah, that's great. Jason, how are you guys doing? I don't know if you're calling me a steroid abuser or Brock. I'm not a steroid abuser. If you think that, you're full of shit. Good to see all of you guys. Yes, the Great Khali. I love the Great Khali. He's we came up in Deep South Wrestling together. We get along very well. He is the Great Khali. He's a very, very large man, and he had a very lengthy run for as beat up as he was. Very difficult being a man of that size with his legs and his back, and you could see it. And he lasted for a long time. I feel for his size, and he's wrestled. He's done a lot in his life, man. He's a great guy. Colleen knows plenty of English. Yes. Thank you guys all for joining me over here. For bodybuilders who are not vegan, do you recommend protein bars? Last emergency only. I wouldn't make it, part of if you're dieting here and there. I don't think it's a concern. I think I've seen a lot of people. I tend to see this more in fitness chicks or people that where they're like new to health and fitness, and they're like they eat like all these diet foods and processed foods and protein bars and the chips and like, and I'm like, just like, I mean, they live off of it. See, that's not good. But if you're having a protein bar here and there, end of the day, if it's figured into your calories, I think there's much better options with real food and even just buying anything food wise, you know. But I get it. I used to do them every once in a blue moon. I never like when I went to India, I brought protein bars and protein powder because I was doing media. I was there all by myself for like 5 days or 4 or 5 days, and I would only eat in the hotel one huge meal at the end of the day, and I was told I wasn't allowed to eat, wasn't allowed to leave. I had to stay. It was a nice 5-star hotel, and they would cook me a big meal every night and bring it to my room. But before that, I would do bars and shakes all day, and that was it essentially until I got back to the States. So avocados, absolutely fantastic. I'm big on, and I like to make guacamole, and I go back and forth. I'll like buy guacamole for a week or two, and then I'll buy avocados and just do straight avocados in my meals. So yeah, definitely beneficial. I am 21 years old. I'm allowed to drink. Good to see all of you guys. Everybody on Station Head. See if we got anybody. Get that. We're going to leave this on here, and as we start building content on there, and eventually get people switching over here. I love Roman Reigns. I think he's absolutely amazing. Always enjoyed wrestling him. Always had pleasant interactions with him, pleasant conversations with him, and very chill, laid back, nice human being, respectful. My dogs are lying down. I don't know. I think they're in the front room right now. They usually sneak in here or lie on the front when I'm recording. We got a super chat from Vikram. Vikram Mahor, $20. Thank you very much, Vikram. I appreciate all the wrestling chatters over here from the Wrestle Chatters YouTube. Thank you very much, guys. How do you get rid of brain fog? Depends what's causing it. And again, I mean, do you have brain fog because you're drinking a tremendous amount of hard liquor or alcohol every night before you go to bed? Then the answer is like, well, stop drinking alcohol at high levels. I don't know what's causing what do you think is causing the brain fog? I always say fix our mood, we fix our food. So it could always, the energy we're putting into our body is usually is what causes a lot of the things we experience, good or bad. I would check in supplement wise, from as far as feeding me more nutrition, I would stack the brain feed with our Hope Spot mood and stress support. I think those two would do you very well. How do I deal with all the hate, or how should one deal with all the hate online? It doesn't matter. You got to so here's something you guys got to understand. The hate exists no matter what you do. Oftentimes what people will do is they get scared and they're like, oh, I don't want to make any, they'll give their opinion, they'll get lashback on giving their opinion, and people will start, they'll go into their shell. That's the worst thing you could do, because I tell you, because now you're limiting your possibilities in life and what you're going to be able to do. Be yourself, be true to you are, stay consistent with who you are. I'm telling you, because no matter what we do, this is what I said on interviews before, just be ourselves. People are going to love you and hate you, but the people that love you are going to love you because you're being yourself. And then the people that hate you, people are going to hate you anyways. So you might as well be yourself on that. Don't be fake, don't be anything else, and do what you like, be passionate about, and talk about things you're passionate about. But my thing is, don't get caught up like, Arguing online is for fucking retards, guys. Straight up. People need to say it. Like mentally ill, dumb fuck people argue online back and forth. Don't do it. And that may be harsh to some people, but it's the goddamn truth. And you got to stop it. Like, put your stuff out. If people want to debate in that, let them. They're the dumb shits. Go about, live life. Just put your stuff out and go. We're all occasionally you're going to look, but don't get caught up in the madness. Leave that for the people losing. And I'm telling you, no matter what, man, I just saw an article today, the thing, they had the 5 highest paid athletes and Conor McGregor and everybody, all people are doing in the thing. And I go, I'm going to look at that. Very few people, I, by the way, put out congratulations, clapping hands emoji. So many of the comments are trashing, how's he on? He doesn't deserve to be on it. People are always going to hate and be jealous and be insecure. Always. And the more good you do, the more they hate. Newsflash. Guys, and it's just the way that it is. And you just got to, it's the people that take the time and the effort to try to do that, they're losing. That's why just let them keep losing. Block and move on. I don't block people because I hate them. I block, one, to help them so they don't have to see me if I bother them. And then 2, it keeps my page clean. I don't have to deal with the dipshit anymore. And I just keep going about my life. I don't give 2 thoughts about them ever again. They usually will make like 5, 6, 7, 8 accounts. Man, that's called being obsessed, right? Don't worry about them. Keep being yourself. Don't be afraid, man. Don't be afraid. The hate's always going to be there. And when you're confident, when you're happy and you do the work, it doesn't even bother you. I always try to give this to people too. I like, imagine you had just $5 billion, $5 billion sitting in the bank. Would you really give a shit what anybody said about anything? You'd be partying, having the time of your life, buying new things every day, right? So, but you'd be distracted with the money, doing things. Be distracted with life, doing things, being happy. And if you have the money, great. You could do stuff with that too. But don't worry about it, man. It's there with everybody. No matter what we do. It's like literally everybody. There's no wrestler alive that everybody loves. Everybody thinks there's certain guys the internet loves. There are huge boards and forums and things bashing those guys. Because there's so many people on the planet. There's almost 8 billion people. So the haters are never going to go away. Good to see all of you guys. No chip videos. No, I don't play video games. I tried Twitch for a little bit. The streaming onto Twitch through here is as far as it's going to go. Talk about how I saved Callisto. That was the last match, Payback 2016 in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. And it was just another day at the office. I was checked out, and I gave the match everything I had, and did the honors. And nobody knew I was leaving. I didn't even know yet, but I was almost checked out fully. And then the next day, I got there, and I knew it was time to go to whatever it was, Raw or whatever. So. Because they were going to start some pretty bad stuff, and because I wasn't signing the contract that they'd given me, and I wasn't signing over my trademarks or anything. So, but he, I don't know how he would have landed or not landed. All I know is just act and react, and I've always had really good cardio and conditioning, and it was easy. You act and react. Any wrestler would have done the same thing if they were capable of it, and I think a lot of people would have been. So, super chat from E-Jeezy. I'm digging the names today. Yo, is Brock as intimidating as he looks? I mean, he looks like he could kill you with one punch if he really wanted to. Haha. I always got along great with Brock. Pleasant conversations. I think Brock is. Don't get me wrong. I think he has that. Is an intimidating size, probably to the majority of people, and he looks like a big, Neanderthal. But I always enjoyed him. I think I'm a big Neanderthal. We talked about chewing tobacco, and he told me I needed to eat more greens back when I was in my meat eating days, because that was after his diverticulitis, and He always used my workout bands because I'd had the harder workout bands. Never once had a negative interaction or anything like remotely. He's friendly, I think, but I think if he's not happy, but I think I'm that way. I think I'm very happy, easygoing. I think a lot of people are shocked to see that calm, and then, but if you piss me off, there's a gear switch, and I think he has that. There's no doubt. It's like, and when he's angry, I'm sure he's definitely probably one of the scariest human beings on the planet. Super chat from Jacob Foster says, "Are you showing up at Double or Nothing?" Absolutely not. I'm not even close right now. I'm still got so much work to do, and I mean, I feel good. I'm not doing anything until I get my shoulder. We got some chunks of scar tissue we have to get rid of, and like training today, I'm doing really good. I have to get this remaining scar tissue broken up in my shoulder. I'm not going back. I'm not coming back until I'm ready to be my best, and I'm physically and mentally 100% checked in. And I'm not rushing. I'm not doing anything stupid. I don't need to. I don't need the money. I'm not doing it. I love pro wrestling. I've killed myself to get myself back to this position, and I got to take whatever time that takes. All I can tell you is it's morning to night, going, balancing everything. I just did the softball before I got on here after I just got home training. So took my ISO Hungry plant-powered protein, hurried up, got on the softball for about 15 minutes, broke up more scar tissue, hurried up, got everything all fired up in here, and here we are. And then I got to go make my performance meal and air pop popcorn and go walk the dogs, and then do more work for Feed Me More Nutrition when I get back. So. Ray, can you eat a pack of Ruffles? I'll donate 20. I'll look into doing another ASMR Ryback Return of the Ruffles Part 2. How about that? We'll do that. That's actually not a bad idea. I'll do that for my cheat meal. I'll do a new ASMR to see if we can get another video fired up. I don't know what EC3's narrative is. I know who EC3 is. I love him. Any health and fitness questions, guys? You guys are getting very, this is why we don't talk a lot of pro wrestling, because it gets very pro wrestling dominant. There's a good one. The kid says, "Hey, big guy, I actually was able to bench and do tons of upper body weight today despite my ACL rupture. I also took the testosterone and 10 count creatine and I'm feeling awesome. Great supplements." Thank you, buddy. Just give them time. And I'm telling you, you're gonna notice a difference, and stay consistent and take it easy. Don't do anything with your leg. Don't do anything stupid, and do what you can. Stay active. Don't worry about training lighter. Don't do anything where you got to put a constant pressure down on that leg. Let it heal and recover, and you will be better in no time if you just are patient with the situation. Another super chat from Aaron. Where'd that super chat go? Let me pull that up here. Aaron, this is a large super chat. Your dad is clearly in the oil business. What are your advices to people who want to become wrestlers? What are my advice to people that want to become wrestlers? One is finding a quality wrestling school, I think, is a very important part of it. And you want to go to a school with somebody who's trusted and has done something of significance of as far as making it in the pro wrestling business, or has a very good fundamental understanding. And if they haven't made it, because there are some people that haven't, that do have a fundamental understanding of the move portion of certain things. That if they're, as long as they're respected by some other guys in the business and some people could vouch for them, that could be something to look into. You want to cover all your bases. You got to look the part, and you can say not everyone does, but the more tools you got in the shed, the better your chances are. You want to be able to, speak. You got to work. If you're not good at public speaking, you have to learn to start speaking in front of people and getting really, really comfortable. If you're not comfortable like being in underwear, you need to start walking around your house and cutting promos in your underwear. It sounds ridiculous. This is what you need to do to get comfortable, though, and do things and practice until, and I don't know how old you are, where until you can go to a wrestling school, and you got to do it there and practice, and you got to do it on your own when you're driving in the car, practicing your promos. And it's experience, and you got to go all out. And I tell people a positive mental attitude and a hard work ethic, but find a quality wrestling school, and then you start piecing it together, and you give yourself time. Majority of people that try don't make it, but if you do everything I tell you, your chances of making it are greatly, greatly increased. And a positive mental attitude and a relentless work ethic. And keep a good attitude. Don't take shit from anyone, but keep a good attitude. And there's a way to do that. There's a very, very easy way. And the way you do that, too, is you bust your ass and do the work, and people will respect you. That would be my advice. Guys, please, I ask, don't spam the chat. There's a lot of people that we have that real legitimate questions, guys. And when you spam, you really, really ruin that. And I'll have no choice but to have you blocked. Yeah, the most important for fat loss, diet or training, they're both very important. But you need to have you can look good on a good diet. It's very, very hard to look good on a bad diet if you're training. And even if there's people I've seen that eat just horribly, cheat every day, and then they go to the gym and do like hours of cardio. They don't even, a lot of them, some don't lift weights. They just do hours of cardio to burn off everything, and they're skinny fat. So I say, if you're going to do it, go all the way in and have a good diet and train. It's Wednesday here, Adam. What is my best advice to increase bench max? I would follow on Instagram Ed Cohn, TD Smash, Brandon Allen, Nick Best. There's 4 guys right there that always put up bench stuff, and I would follow them for a while. TD is a 700-pound bencher. He's a freak, and I think you'll pick up some quality content on bench press following them. It's technique and practice at the end of the day. Oh yeah, peppers are definitely healthy. I think the peppers by themselves are not horrible. I think a lot of the hot stuff where they're putting extracts and a lot of the capsaicin crystals, and where the heat is just scorching hot, I think is fairly dangerous. No, so wrestling, by the way, if you're training to be a wrestler, burpees and Stairmaster and sprinting, and get your conditioning. I'm telling you, if you have your conditioning in check, wrestling will be very enjoyable and easy. That much I'll tell you. Work on your conditioning. And that goes to the other guy's question as well. Work on your conditioning. That is what separates winners from losers. Conditioning. There's a reason why I'm able to go out there and bell to bell have insane ass-kicking energy. It's my conditioning, and it takes a lot of work. And I'm very, very proud of that. And I will not be shy about bragging about that, because I've done the work and continue to. And it's something a lot of big guys can't do. And I've done it. And it's a big difference between me and a lot of other big guys. I have the conditioning, and I understand that. And it plays a huge, huge role. There's a reason why a lot of guys don't get animated. You know why guys don't get animated, guys? Because they don't have the conditioning for it, because it blows you up. So you got to ask yourself, well, how the hell was he able to do that and do all the power moves from beginning to end? Conditioning. Have the conditioning. Dan O'Brien has great conditioning. Dan O'Brien has great energy bell to bell. Conditioning, conditioning, conditioning. Super frat chat from E-Jeezy. Good stuff being yourself 24/7, my man. All the best health-wise. Thank you very much. I start police academy soon, hopefully, man. I can't wait. Any advice for overthinking? I think we all overthink. I think the times we overthink though is when we're not taking action. When we're sitting still. A lot of people overthink before they go to bed. So that's why I advocate, like, too. I take my GTS an hour before bed. Tired, I get knocked out. I go right to bed. I don't even think. I'm like, I say thank you and I'm out. When I put my CPAP machine, I'm out. But like, it's oftentimes when we get like, when we're just sitting around and we, think of the past, think about things in the future. Try your best just to appreciate the present, the right now. And I'm a big believer, though it is good to understand ahead. It's not like you don't want to go spend all your money today because you're not thinking about the future. So there's levels to all of this, but live in the now as far as being thankful be thankful. That's my advice to you. Be thankful. Say thank you for every little thing and be grateful for the things that you have. And I think that will get you on a better frequency of not overthinking too much. That's done me good in a lot of times. And I get more and more grateful every day. I feel like just moments. Even I'm like, man, this is a cool moment right now. Thank you, just to myself, because I know I'll look back and be very fond of that moment years down the road, wherever I am. Right? We're living right now, so live in the now. Be thankful for the now. Very good question. Super chat from Dino. Bro, let's see. Yeah, Dino, I'm going to invite you on to have a conversation with me, and then I'll read your chat when you're on. I think this will be a good discussion to have in front of everybody on the show. If Dino, you guys let Dino, I'm going to move this over real quick. Dino is your stereotypical hater, and I'll read his comment for you guys. Easy, buddy. Don't spam the chat. I got to block you now. I'm sorry. Dino asked, and we'll wait for Dino to join me live. Bro, just give up. It's been years since you left. Nobody capitalized wants you back in the WWE or any other promotion. Stop being a cryback and get over it, dude. So on that, I just say, no, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm going to go back. And there's nothing you could do to stop me or anyone could do to stop me. And I've overcome so much. And I would love to have a conversation with you, Dino, on why you feel so strongly and passionate about what somebody else is doing with their life, which clearly has a very strong supportive fan base that upsets you. No, guys, I asked for Dino. You let Dino come in. The rules are if I don't invite you in, you don't click on it. And if you don't follow it, I'll have to ban you from the deal. Good to see all of you guys. But that was what I was talking about with like haters, like people like Dino on that, like that doesn't do anything. He's taking that negative energy and trying to push that out. It doesn't even register like in my thought process and my decisions. Just give up. That was Dino's advice. And here, get your device connected, Dino, so you can come in. Says your device is not, your guest will need to connect their mic cam before you can add them to the stream. Dino, do you know how to hook up your microphone and camera, buddy? We'll be patient. We'll give Dino a little bit of time to hook up his microphone and camera. You'll have to show your face for this portion of it, Dino. I know you might not want to do that, but I think it's really important for the people to see what a hater looks like. I have a pretty good idea. You usually got the Terrence and Phillips syndrome, pretty hardcore. Let's see. We got a Age of the Keyboard Warrior. Come on, Dino. Don't be a dumbass. Hook up your microphone and camera. It's saying on here you don't know how to hook it up. It's giving me a warning. Dino is a dumbass. He doesn't know how to hook up his microphone and camera. How old are you, Dino? Every teenager knows how to do this. Now, every 20-year-old, don't tell me you're like in your 30s or 40s. Are you Meltzer? Is this Dave Meltzer? Dino Dave Meltzer? Come on, Dino. Hurry up. The people want to see you. Dino's left the chat. Age of the Keyboard Warrior. Want to buy the ISO Hungry Protein? Does the fruity, the what? Let's see. Dino, if you could please come into the chat, you got to hook up your microphone and camera, and then we could have a very honest conversation about all of your concerns with me. Which, by the way, if you don't like me, you're here in the chat, Dino. That's saying something. What's going on? Hello, hello. All right, we're gonna go ahead and block Dino since he's incapable of joining. Nice try, Dino. Loser. Dino has left the chat. And he's been banned. Oh, I think Dino may have came from Facebook, actually. That little bitch. I like having a good time. I wish you guys could have seen him, though. I have a feeling every time we've done this, it's usually explains itself within the first 5 seconds, but good to see you guys. Hello, hello. You guys don't spam the chat. Health and fitness. Looking over the questions here. Go to the new comments. Super chat here. Dominic says, you're awesome. Ryback, love the positive vibes. Keep up the good work, brother. Thank you, Dominic. And hope everything is going well for you, buddy, with everything. I really, really appreciate that. Dino has mysteriously showed back up and is all right. Looks like we're going to be able to get Dino on. Dino, good to see you, my man. How old are you? Lower the camera a little bit. Get the camera on the face for the good people to see you, Dino. Dino, can you hear me?
I'm fake. I'm fake.
Move the camera down, Dino. Show your face while we have a conversation. We're going to start from point A. We're going to have you bring up a concern. We're going to have a conversation about it, and we'll move on to point B.
I'm fake. I'm fake.
All right, Dino. You have a good night, buddy. All right?
I just use his name.
Read a few books, buddy. Dino is gone. Jesus. That's the young people we have out there. Poor Dino. It's never not gone my way, by the way, guys, when I've tried. I've tried this time and time again. Somebody eventually, I'm hoping, is going to be able to give me a challenge on this, but it's not going to be Dino. Oh, now everybody's... Moving on. Thank you. Yes, like the Wrestle chatter was all great. You guys do not spam the comments. We're going to move to Instagram. Thank you for everybody on Instagram joining me tonight. I'm not sure when I will be coming back to India, guys. I've not seen anything on long-term creatine supplementation having any effects on natural production of the body on that. And I know it is something that is, especially if you weight train for people that are plant-based vegan, it's very beneficial. our bodies. I don't know. I've not seen anything. I do tell people, it's always a good idea to take a little bit of a break from supplements, 4 to 6 weeks usually, every here and there. And I do that with creatine. I haven't done it as much since I've switched over to vegan. I upped my dosage to 10 grams a day. My lab work, everything always comes back beautiful. So, it's a natural supplement. It's made in our bodies. I don't think it has anything I've ever seen. Good to see all of you. Thank you. Thank you. Good question. Dylan asked, do you remember how much weight you started lifting when you began working out? I know everyone's body is different, but what type of diet did you start with? I didn't even know about dieting until my senior year in high school, pretty much. I ate just whatever. My mom was always very health conscious and health oriented. With that growing up, so I always had good home cooked meals. We always had family dinners, and we had cupboards full of food and stuff. With that said, I played outside a lot. I ate a lot of junk food still when I was younger, even though I ate a lot of vegetables still. I ate a lot of fruits too, growing up with everything. But as far as strength, I started working out when I was 11, 12 years old. In high school, they put me into the weight training program my freshman year, a year early. And I gained a ton of weight when I first started lifting. I made the wall, I believe, as a sophomore in high school, which I was I don't know if I was the only one at the time or the second one in the school history that had ever happened. So it was on the big lifts. I've always been blessed to be strong. I just always played sports. I never got into like powerlifting, anything. I played baseball most of the time. So it everyone has a different starting point on that. But at the end of the day, though, if you put in the work, genetics and tendon strength and muscular strength and, ligament strength, all that stuff ties in. And some people are just born to do certain things at different numbers than other people. And it doesn't mean it's better or worse. We have sometimes I think as humans, we always compare and we think like everything has to be the best. And that actually figures in very little to actual happiness and living a productive, awesome life. On that, we all have different starting points, and whatever that is that doesn't mean you can't excel at something and be just fantastic at it. Everything you do, you can be. So I'm trying to scroll through. You guys got to take it easy on the comments, please, guys. I ask you to reserve comments on here for the questions, and everybody, this will actually greatly play in to doing the Ryback show. Please subscribe, download the Station Head app, and follow me at Ryback on Station Head. This is all free, where we'll be doing call-ins on the show for this. Like right now, I'm going to do a quick one. We got Man of Steel on. Man of Steel, are you there? Testing. Man of Steel. Man of Steel, are you there? Let's see. Man of Steel, can you hear me? Man of Steel? We cannot hear Man of Steel, unfortunately. We'll try it one more time, see if we can get Man of Steel back on. Man of Steel, are you there? Hello, Man of Steel. I don't think he's getting the request. But follow me on Station Head, guys, and we will be doing the guest on. All right, we're back. I'm not sure what's going on here. Did I have abs when I was younger? No, I was always had a flat stomach. I used to train abs like a madman. My diet was bad though. And then once I fixed my diet, then my abs just came in like almost instantaneously. Let's see. We have champion of champions. I'm on the low normal on my testosterone lab work. My doc wants to put me on Clomid to raise it more, but I'd rather take the big guy testosterone booster. Hope it works just as well. Yeah. So, in a lot of people, and I'll tell you, on Clomid alone, can increase anxiety and depression in a lot of men. A lot of men don't like it on that, and I don't think that is a very good long term play. I definitely think on the do the big guy testosterone booster and on either at the 8-week mark or the 12-week mark, go back for testing while on the supplement. And I'm telling you, your numbers are going to be better. If you're still, especially in the low normal range, your numbers are going to be, I would guess, between 1 and 200 points higher. And then get your free testosterone and your estrogen checked as well. This would actually be a fantastic case study. I tell people to always do this. So many people don't. The people that do see it and actually have the proof. And I would love to share that because I've seen it time and time again. I've seen it with myself. So if you could do that, I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate that. And I think you're going to be very, very happy. Another super chat here. Joey says, Ryback, just wondering in your days in the WWE, besides, of course, you, who was the leader in the locker room, Undertaker or The Rock, and your point, we didn't have that. Nobody there. I think that's a term that fans talk about that doesn't even really, I think everything just kind of polices itself and guys do their own thing. I never saw, I can't tell you, I don't think it existed. I don't think that there was not somebody that was in charge of things. You know, if Cena it was the guy that the company was always in that top, position. He was always on his bus. He wasn't in the locker rooms. Not saying here wasn't a time he wouldn't pop in here and there, usually to take a shit, but it wasn't like he wasn't like hanging out in there. And that's just the way it is. I don't think it that existed at that point. I think guys, I think that I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I always hear that, and I think it's sometimes more of a fan term, like locker room leader. Like I don't. I've always, for me, I lead myself. I don't have. And maybe I was oblivious to it, but nobody ever, And I treat everybody well. Everybody treats me well in person, and it is what it is. So I think that's a fan thing, honestly. That's talked about, and I think it just. I think it's water cooler talk more than anything. Good question though, but all right, guys. Everything Feed Me More Nutrition, feedmemore.com. We also have our spin and win deal going on right now. We have worldwide shipping. We ship all around the world. $34.99 flat rate shipping and $19.99 to Canada. So anywhere in the world you can get Feed Me More Nutrition on feedmemore.com. Another super chat here. Aaron Lorenzo Angelos. Angelo, I hope this isn't your parents' money. What are your best Nexus times? Angelo's gonna get the belt here. What is my best Nexus times? The first night in Miami was a very, very cool night. That whole day being hiding in the back in these bleachers, like underneath in the arena, having to get in gear, and none of the other superstars knowing what was going on, and us having to go hide. Having the meeting with Vince and John Laurinaitis and then Michael Hayes, and essentially telling us if we screw up, we're fired, and whether that was a joke or not. But it was a very hostile, tense environment where a group of guys that came from developmental that all like lived on a low amount of money together in developmental and got to and wrestle united as one. And I thought it was a very, very cool, rare, magical pro wrestling moment. I enjoyed everything. Live events. We were main eventing from the get-go on that. And we were thrown into the fire. And I thought every single one of us exceeded expectations in our own way. And we all started in getting over in different ways. And obviously with my ankle injury, I felt really, really bad. That was a cool day in Hawaii. That's one I had great memories in Hawaii until the night it was surreal that I broke my ankle. And I remember having I wasn't upset that I broke my ankle and then I was gonna be out. I was actually that period of time. It felt like I let down a team in the Nexus, and because I felt like I was a very, very important part, as we all were, especially early on. That sucked. I really, really was that was a tough one, but yeah, man, all great, great memories with that. Nothing bad. Everything was great. I get along with all the wrestlers I've ever known, like everyone I've ever seen, talked to. I think a lot of guys, you guys, there's a very pleasant, enjoyable person, I feel like. And as always, the majority of the wrestlers are laugh, sarcastic, have a good time. Kind of like what I do on social media. I'm constantly laughing. If I'm around Ziggler, Wade, any of us, I'm just being stupid laughing 9 times out of 10, unless we're putting together a match and it's a serious thing. And then we're being serious, but it's usually just laughing and having fun. Cracking jokes at each other, making fun of each other. That's what you do. Sean, I'm never retiring. The polls are all marketing for Feed Me More Nutrition. I'm sorry if you're taking them serious. I'm coming back regardless. That was always, I've been, for anybody that thinks the Twitter polls are going to have any bearing on my career whatsoever, I truly feel very sorry for your IQ and your parents and anybody that you reproduce. And hopefully you don't, but a lot of you already are. All right, guys, we got to wrap up. I gotta finish some stuff here. I thank you guys all for joining me, though. It's been gotta switch over to this real quick. Join me on Station Head, guys. Please download the Station Head app. The Ryback show is going to be returning on that soon once we figure out getting everything and we do another walkthrough and do some tests with everything connected. I'm recording now just to get some content on there. So you guys, people that come on, start getting the following up on there, but we're going to be streaming everywhere. That will be a great way for you to come on and talk to me live on the show, and it'll be able to be heard, all the same sound frequency, everything like that. So again, thank you. Thank you guys. Have a great evening. Stay hungry, my friends. And until next time, feed me more.